Well, that wasn't in the change logs, was it? Hey guys, welcome back to the kingdom. It has started. Yep, I have made an infinite villager spawner in the end, and they have started to breed already. So they're going to be laying here for quite a while, I think, and I just want them to keep breeding and then start making iron golems. They can just breed for as long as they want before I can build them a proper village or anything. I've also done some other things here. I've brought some melons and pumpkins along with me. No melons have... well, melons have grown. Pumpkins haven't yet. So I've got to build probably a very large melon farm. And so I've got to do a bit of testing with... melon, I always say that. Pumpkin. Need a large pumpkin farm for my lighting. And I'm going to do a bit of testing with that today, I think. And from the last test video, if you've seen that, if you haven't seen that, then you've missed out quite a few bits that I'm going to be doing in this one. I'm going to be trying to actually play around with these pickaxes. They've now changed, so this obsidian slayer has now been changed. You can now repair them. Let's make a new anvil. I still haven't updated the textures. They actually changed the textures again in this one, the way around, so that it's good that I didn't finish doing the textures to begin with. See, it's still just a line for me. I've got to do that proper sometime. Might wait for them to finish 1.4, and now you can now fix this. So enchantment costs 21, so it's back to that much life. Costs 1 diamond. So I don't know how much things are going to cost when they're even more damaged. I don't really think I have any really damaged. Oh, I do. Okay, that's a good one to test actually. Oh, what am I doing there? So if we look at this, and without anything, it's okay. So it brings back maybe a quarter of the life. Doesn't really look like a third to me. So 2 would, I think it might, it's a bit less than a third. It's about a quarter life, isn't it? So it costs you about 4 diamonds instead of 3 for a whole pickaxe. But you would get the one you wanted back, which may be worth it. Maybe worth it. Definitely worth it on my obsidian slayer because I used up 2 pickaxes to make that. So it's not really a good thing to get rid of that one. But these other ones, Silk Touch, they're a bit cheaper. So here, I don't want that one. So you can't do it that way around. The Silk Touch seems to be more expensive than the Fortune, but the Fortune overrides most things. Anyway, I'm going to play with these things, and I'm going to play with this farm vet, and I'm going to let some villagers breed, and I'll get back to you in a bit. So, there's something that's been bothering me for quite a long time. This thing. What is it? I really want to know. Normally it's too far off in the distance to see, but I have no idea what that is. At the moment I'm just trying to break down this pickaxe quite a bit so we can repair it and have a little play with that. So a lot of obsidian pillars are dying, and I'll be back with you after that's ready. Okay, so I've almost finished this pillar. I've got 2 more bits left, and I think I've overfilled a double chest of obsidian, but you can see this continuity in there. What do you make of that then? That's just me shifting. Yeah, It's always been curious. I've always thought maybe at some point they'll put some sort of another platform out in the distance somewhere they have to go to get something else. But that's just weird. Up and down and up and down. Anyway, I'm going to finish this. You can see the pickaxe is over half done. I might get a bit more done. It's Unbreaking 3, so it takes a while. So I'll get back to you in a bit, and then we'll see how effective the fixing up is. Let's see. That one plus 26. Yeah, we'll take that. See, that's back up most of the way. I reckon it's about a quarter each diamond, so then in that fact it'll be 4 diamonds for a full pickaxe instead of 3. But then for efficiency 5 you would have to merge 2 pickaxes, whatever, to get efficiency 5. You could probably do some quite broken pickaxes. So if you had, see this one, no, that one, I left the other one there, didn't I? Whoops. something like one of these ones, but efficiency 4 version. If you had 2 of them which were quite damaged or under half, you probably merge on to get this. And I think I'd do that if I had any stuff left over, because to be honest, just enchanting, re-enchanting efficiency 5 is the easiest way to do it, especially if you've got Unbreaking 3 on it. And these certificates are really playing with my mind. Now, for those who didn't know, last snapshot you could duplicate these, and these duplicate themselves quite a lot, so I put a door next to the portal and they all ran towards it, and then they all appeared here and they all ran towards it again, etc. So there's quite a few of these and they've all got the same first trade. Not a very good trade to have. I should have really thought about it before I changed the snapshot up, but if I get tons of written books, then I can open up the rest of their trades, get some paper trades or something. Be quite nice. But up here, I think I'll just show you. I can't even use my minecart track up here now because there's so many of them out here. And I want to try and get them out of here and just let them roam free out there, spawn some iron golems. Well, that trap over there was being quite productive. I think we're up to, look top left hand corner with 210 entities. Now hostile mobs is about 70, 79ish. So that's about 130 certificates. Oh, sorry, that was an email. Yep, so this spawner here is going quite, oh, it is going quite strong, isn't it? Turn sounds on for a sec. Those lovely stampy feet. Now, what I think I'll do is let some of these out for a second. It would be quite funny. Oop. And there, out you go. Be free. Spawn iron golems. You can't spawn them in there. Well, you could. There you are. Let some of them free, and then I'll close it up again, hopefully. Yeah, not, unless they're going to be glitched on it. But there's just one up there. If you don't know what a infinite villager spawner is. Just one villager up here trapped. Therefore, all the villagers downstairs say, we need to fill up that village. But they can't breed up here, so they can't fill up the village. As down there they're out of, quote, the village. So they keep on breeding, because they're still trying to fill up the village. But there you go. They probably want to fix that at some point, but it is very useful in the game. Especially for repopulating places. But there you go. Maybe they'll fix it one day, but luckily not yet, because the aim is to spread out the whole area, build loads of houses somewhere. Enderman. I'm going to ignore him. And then I will make the houses so they can go into them, and then they'll breed that way as well if the numbers reduce. Although there shouldn't really be anything ever to reduce their numbers here. I do want to see if the zombies will appear to try and kill them. I think that'd be quite funny. In theory though, it should happen. Oh, some nice trades here. Some of them anyway. A nice one. Zombies should appear because it's in the AI, but I don't know if they've altered it to allow the zombies to spawn in the end. I know zombies for them can spawn in light and places where they shouldn't spawn. They just try and get to the villagers. But I don't know if they'll go that far past the coding for appearing in the end. It would be quite funny to see. But there you go. It's something to watch out for here. And as you can see, my melons and pumpkins have grown quite nicely. So it's possible to get a pretty nice big pumpkin farm in here. This means I can light it up quite well. So I might do that. And I think I'm going to go play with some pistons now. I will show you this obsidian first. Yeah, there's some obsidian. I've got more on me as well. That should be enough to do my pillars. And just about, I think. So that's a nice way of doing 2 birds with 1 stone. But now I do need to do the pumpkins, so I'm going to go get some pistons and we're going to do some tests with them. And try and come up with a, not a sort of semi-permanent pumpkin farm, because you don't really need them, apart from when I do some sort of random project like that, although I do want to use a lot of glowstone, and the villagers would be very nice for that. Someone's fell. So yes, I'll be back in a second. And welcome back. So, look at this. It looks lovely. This is what I've created and what I'm going to put into my world, I think. But first I'm going to show you some of the things I found out. I knew pumpkins don't grow under non-see-through objects, basically. But here, they grow under glass, iron bars, fences, even cobblestone fences, glass, stairs. So that's quite interesting, actually. I didn't really think they'd grow under some of these. But there you go. I decided to leave this method that I was looking at before. It worked very well, but it wasn't very compact. And I tried another method here, doing it this way, and it's just not really space efficient, and doesn't look good, and no, I don't really like it. And then I started playing with doing them next to each other and having things go up and down. And then I thought, how about this? So what this is a, how much is this actually? This is a stack worth capacity. So every time I harvest this, it'll be a stack of pumpkins, which is quite a lot, and it's only taking up a small amount of area. No, it's not even very high, and it basically works on just redstone signal, and it's quite a weird one actually, because it's not an alternate. Anyway, going up. So this goes to this one, powers pistons, and what I like about this design is that like everything in it's floating. So look from the side. There's just pieces of dirt with redstone on them. They're not even linked up. See, some of them here have got a piece of redstone, then you go to normal torch, powering a block, and then to torch, powering it, and then torch, powering another way. So it's quite weird to get them to all work this close together, and I have missed a couple of bits. And what I always do with all my farms, I always like to make modular designs, and that means basically I work out a design that you can replicate as many times as you want and connect them together, and make a super big farm. So this is just the start of it. And what I found out as well through doing these things is that, I didn't actually know this, but there you are. When water's going downwards, so these water streams going downwards actually hydrate the soil, which is a bit counterintuitive to me, because I always thought to hydrate it you had to have it on the same level, but it seems even if it's flowing downwards it will still hydrate it, which is a really cool thing to be able to do compact farms like this. I think it's quite compact anyway. So basically all it is one piston pushing it as soon as it grows. It can't grow anywhere else, and there's nothing else here at all. There's glass tubes, basically they get pushed off and then they come down, and then they fall all the way down to the water stream and then come out. The water streams are probably connected together, so they just have one water stream, and probably going the other way. And this bit here is ground level, so from above ground you wouldn't see anything basically. It would look really cool. And what I like about it is it's all glass and it glows. You don't have to have that much light in it, but I think that looks really nice and really pretty, and I like pretty things on my LP. So basically we'll just harvest the thing here, and I haven't connected them all up, so basically you don't need, at the moment on this design you only need the middle water stream. The other ones don't actually need to be there at all, because it goes 4 and you're in here and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this end one is hydrated from just the middle stream, but to go module you need to keep going across, so that's how it uses that. So this tunnel's off, and wait for pumpkins to come down, and let's have a look at this. And it wasn't growing for that long. Someone's already grown back, it would seem. I had to test to make sure I've connected them all up correctly. You see there's a couple bits. There's one there that hasn't gone. What else? Is there any more? Oh, some regrown already. Well, it looks like only a small amount of waste. And there was one up here I want to look at. There's another one there. Another one there. Well, have a look. I think that's probably 3 or 4 together that haven't gone. But we'll see how many got here. Nothing on us at the moment. So that's 41. 41 out of the stack. A lot of them hadn't grown, and we think we lost about 5% there, which is pretty good, to be honest. I think that's a good deal. And what we'll do is make, well, this is a decent sized one if you want to harvest it now and then, but I want to do quite a large production of pumpkins, and as we go to 1.5, by the way, we're now on the 1.4 pre-release apparently, 12W42B. They changed a couple more things, not really much, nothing worth doing a video about on itself, but there you go. And I think I'll probably make, so this design, it's got 2 in the row, so I'll probably make 4 of them in a row, and maybe have it 3 wide, as in 3 stacks wide, and that would be 3 stacks of pumpkins a go. And to be honest, I'll probably make it a lot taller than this. At the moment, from here we're on 31, and down here we're on, well, the ground actually would be here, so it's only 25 high. You could easily go 50 high, 100 high. As long as you're within the loading chunk radius, then you can keep going, no waste space. It's going to be quite hard to build, probably have to just go up stack by stack and do it like that. Now, it's not incredibly survival mode friendly, it's just a pain to build probably, but I'm sure we can get this done because it looks so nice. Yeah, so I'm going to pop back to the LP now. I'm going to start to collect some materials for this and build that, and I'll be back with you probably when I've got a chunk of it done. Okay, so I was looking for a place to put my pumpkin farm. Yeah, anyway, and as I'm doing massive village at the end, and assuming that zombies don't spawn in the end, which may be likely, then I can get rid of this because it is interfering with the iron farm, and I can just utilize it even more. So this needs to go. I think the pumpkin farm can go here. I was thinking about putting it up there, but if I put it here, then I'll probably cover a lot of this ground with it, so I won't need as much lapis, so I could probably try and cover up some more of this, which would be good. And there's quite a nice flat space here already, and I can make it quite high. If I make it as high as that, maybe not all at once, probably not all at once. I'll build the first layers first. That's why it's a modular design, I can just keep stacking it up. There's no problem at all with that. And even with distance, as they're all redstone torches, it goes instantly. And there's no problem with distance at all, which is awesome. And I think I look good behind this wheat farm. And what I'm going to have to do is have these farms in here, because I don't want to put it in the end. I did think about it and toy with it, but even during building, Enderman would probably try and take the blocks and things, and it's quite an easy thing to break, I guess, out of that. But over here it's all lit up, so there should be no Enderman. And I decided that as I'm going to have my trading farm at the end, I can even reproduce this at the end, doesn't really matter. But hopefully there's so many villagers at the end that I can just walk around and trade with them, and it wouldn't make a difference. But I've collected up a load of stuff here, and I decided, instead of the dirt blocks I was doing in the creative for the redstone parts, I was going to use iron, just because I like using my iron farm, but I also like using the iron for building and such. So I've got a ton of pistons here, which should be plenty to do what I want to do. There's like 400 odd worth there, which would be a lot of pumpkins, and I might even use that much up eventually. I think I'll just build out a base first, and then as time progresses I'll just keep building it up. Same way I meant to build that top of the sugar farm, but the sugarcane farm is something I could do at the end. Anyway, I'm going to move the trade to the end, keep the production here probably, and then just take it over there. Now I've got my end portal really close to my normal nether portals. Bit of lag there. So that's going to be quite efficient, I think. And I'll be back when this is all gone, and I've laid the foundations, I think, for the new farm. Okay, so I've done the base, and this has taken absolutely horrendous amount of time. It's been at least 20 hours. Doesn't even look like it, but I've had to go get more materials, had to do lots more trading for more glowstone. Doing them up in the sky is an absolute pain. I did design this, and then I've changed the bottom bits here. There's now little bits of ice here to make sure it all stays on the same level. So I have been redesigned at the same time, and all it does is the pumpkins come down, they fall into these, they come to here, they push along here with ice, so things actually move quite fast along here. as long as nothing's melted by now, because I'm still actually testing it. So go up there and throw something in there. And it's a pain to get around it because there's water everywhere. So just put one in there, and you see it speeds along here, and then this collection area. So this one here will just come straight here. So you just have to stand in here, those two squares, to get all the blocks. And some of these should be connected up now. So if I just put a torch here, you see the pistons move, and you see a couple of them come out. So that's what it's going to do. I'm going to turn the sound on. So you will get a bunch of them here, and I keep guessing them now. But at the moment, it's going to have a capacity of about, I don't know, that high is about 50 on each. Well, I've done it so there is equivalently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and each row has, at the moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the moment it's about 25 towers, and probably about 50, 60 each. So that's about 1,250 pumpkins a harvest. Yeah. And to cover the whole floor of the thing over there, it's 17,000. So in theory, if this was all finished, then I would need to do about 17 harvests, which to be honest isn't very many. And it also means that when I've got all enough for that one over there, this is going to be outrageous. No, it's not like the wheat farm. The wheat farm's over 1,000, but this, you don't need to replant it, you don't need to regrow it, you just have to leave it. There's no maintenance at all. And yes, you can put pumpkins in this. Pumpkins? Don't worry about that. I always said the wrong way around. Melons in this. And if you covered it in all melons, so about 1,300 melons breaking at once, that would be a lot of melon. And I don't exactly need melon, so I think I'm going to change the one downstairs to just melon. That little tiny one I have. I've had that for absolutely ages. And I keep this as this. And yep, another reason why it's taking so long is now that we're on the 1.4 pre-release rather than the pre-release in the early one, and rather than the 12W42B in the earlier one and this one today. So yeah, it's been a pain doing that. Change every single time. But I do love this. I'm going to wait till night now and give you a little show. And here you are. The final look at the beginning of this. I've got the glowstone on top. I just love how the pillars work. And when the glowstone goes in with the pumpkins, it just looks really nice. So I think I'll be finishing that another time because I just don't have the time at the moment. It's a horrendous amount of time because every single tower going up, you've got to go up the water slides, and this is something I didn't actually think of when I was building it. It's actually much better than I thought because you can go up the water slides. If I can get in something, that's not where I wanted to go, was it? Yeah, basically you can just go in these water and go upwards and build things. Now it's pretty slow, but it's actually a way up which I didn't think of beforehand. So yeah, it looks good. I like it. And once I've connected it all up and done it all, see these ones aren't even connected up. That's why they didn't move earlier. Only some of them are connected up. And I have a proper way of doing it down here. Just one button. Probably have it so there's just a block here with a button on, or pressure plates or something, and stand on it. And they'll all come tumbling down. I think it looked rather good. But that means I would have enough lighting for the over there. I'd probably have enough lighting, just have that semi-finished. All I'll do for next time probably is put in all of these stacks, all the wiring stacks, and just make sure all of these bits here are connected up correctly. And then basically when I have resources, all I do is go there, jump up and make a stack, just like one of these, and then it will have high capacity. And keep doing that until I've got it all done. So it shouldn't be that bad now that I've done the base. The base was an absolute pain, especially with water in it. I washed away the wiring so many times it's not even funny, and I had to kept checking it and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it looks really nice. I'm very pleased about this of mine. But anyway, we should then have enough pumpkins to do the lighting. We should have enough glowstone then to do the edges if we need to, if we do the trades. Next thing is then to do a super crazy sugarcane farm for trading in the end, because there's so many books that I need to use, and I might have to find some sort of squid harvesting thing, because I need so many written books. Now those ones are driving me crazy. There's so many of those trades that I could have so many good ones, so making them would be a good thing. And I should move that pillar over there now by now, probably. It's probably gone down by now. We have go have a quick look now. But yeah, at the moment there is a lot of grunt work to do. It's not even gone down yet. Probably I'm not in loading range of it. I've got some mobs. Yep, when this is done there shouldn't be a single mob. See, that's still got there, so I still can't replace that, and that's been a good load of days, and a good load of days where I was in the loading chunks of this, so it should have been going. Nearly went in there. Don't have a weapon on me, I won't go near them. But yes, I need enough pumpkins to go around every single one of these circles. So we'll come back when I've got them and just replace them with pumpkins. And make sure they're facing the right way. And then check the light levels and everything else. And then I'll start putting in the pixel art. So, I'm going to work out to get an absolute mammoth amount of wool. I have got a sheep farm at the village. Could also have one at the end. Not really sure the best way of doing that, because I've got to get a lot of stacks of wool. Really a lot of stacks of wool. So it may just be an absolutely enormous flat one. There is automation you can put into sheep farms, but none of them are actually very efficient. But over here I've got lots of different colours, which is okay for a bit of wool. I don't really think I've got any in here either. No. But I need black and I need red, and I need a lot of it. So I probably will go and just expand the one at the village and have a lot of hours of aggravation trying to collect it. And I've also had another idea for the end. Ooh, zombies. I decided that, as I've got here, it's the jungle theme, we've got the jungle temple and all that. The bit of jungle that we've got anyway. Then, yeah, zombies. I did have the suggestion, because I did do that replication of that and did a tutorial on it. Someone had asked me to do the same for a sandstone temple, which actually I hadn't thought of. I took them for granted. But then I also thought, sandstone looks about the same as endstone, so I could build a giant sandstone temple in the end, have my trading farm, my sandstone village, and in the end I'd have the sandstone village, same one like I have in my village over there, but it would look pretty nice. And then I could have the sandstone staircases between the blocks, so the enderman won't pick anything up. That means I could have some sand around and just sandstone as well, and that'll quite blend in. I don't know what to do with the bits of bedrock in the sky. I may turn them into little ice satellites. But there you go. I don't really have much more time today, as this has taken a horrendous amount of time. But I think I'll say goodbye for today. And I should be actually doing a live stream while this is start to be going out, probably. If you're any later than the day of release, then don't worry about that. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, guys. I know it's been a bit shorter than normal, but it's too much work. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time.